A presentation on the educational philosophy of John Dewey. John Dewey is credited as founding a philosophical approach to life called pragmatism, and his approaches to education and learning have been influential internationally and endured over time. He saw the purpose of education to be the cultivation of a thoughtful, critical, reflective, socially engaged individuals rather than passive recipients of established knowledge. He developed a concept of inquiry prompted by a sense of need and followed by intellectual work, such as defining problems, testing hypotheses, and finding satisfactory solutions, as the central activity of such educational approaches. This organic cycle of doubt, inquiry, reflection, and the reestablishment of sense or understanding contrasted with the reflex arc model of learning popular in his time. Dewey suggested that celestial individuals should learn and grow as a result of experiences and interactions with the world. These interactions and experiences led individuals to continually develop new concepts, ideas, practices, and understandings, which in turn are refined through and continue to mediate the learner's life experience and social interactions. Do we believe that shared activities are an important context for learning and development? Students learn best when their interests are engaged. Learning always begins with a student's emotional response. Students should be engaged in active learning and learning. Inquiry involves students in reflecting intelligently on their experiences in order to adapt their habits of actions. And education is a key way of developing skills for democratic activity. Dewey's principles of learning are evident also in problem-based learning and project approaches to learning. These approaches begin with a practical task or problem which is complex, comprehensive, multi-layered, collaborative, and involves inquiry designed to extend students' knowledge, skills, and understandings. Problem-based learning should start by supporting students to intellectualize exactly what the problem is, encourage controlled inquiry by helping students to develop logical hypotheses rather than depending on their habits or jumping to conclusions, for example, by connecting or disconnecting ideas that have already been encountered. Encourage students to revise their theories and reconstruct their concept as their inquiry unfolds. Dewey's perspective on teaching and learning encourages a teaching as inquiry mindset. His principles for teaching and learning suggest that teachers should cultivate an energetic openness to possibilities alongside a commitment to reflectively learn from experiences, be willing to experience ambiguity, and use problems as an opportunity to get deeper into an understanding of self, students, the subject, and of course, the context. The Dewey School stands on three pillars: respect, play, and community. Engagement can be heightened when students have ownership of their learning, for example, by being engaged in curriculum planning and cooperatively build curriculum themes or by selecting a topic to research rather than being assigned a topic. Students can take responsibility for judging the value, significance, and meaning of their life experiences as well as their next steps. Dewey is often seen as the proponent of learning by doing, rather by learning by passively receiving. He believed that each child was active, inquisitive, and wanted to explore. He believed that the children need to interact with other people and work both alone and cooperatively with their peers and their adults. Dewey was critical on the reductions of the educational approaches which assume that all big questions and ideas are already answered and need only to be transmitted to students. He believed that all concepts and meaning could be open to reinvention and improvement. and all disciplines could be expanded with new knowledge, concepts, and understanding. While there is no direct evidence that Dewey's approach improves students' outcomes, Dewey's theory of students' learning aligns with current theories of education, which emphasizes how individuals develop cognitive functioning by participation in social cultural practices within empirical studies examining the positive impact of interactions with peers and adults on student learning. As we can see, Dewey believes that education is not only the preparation for life, but education is life itself. Education, therefore, is a process of living and not a preparation for future living. Thank you.